What First Man is really saying is we should put as much of our focus as possible onto our work, wealth, and success. Because to spend time, for example, chasing women and to spend time doing things that are bad for us, taking drugs and everything, partying, those are very massive distractions, a destruction of your health, of your mental clarity, of your focus. They don't actually really aid the positive things that we want in life. His is very like a very one-dimensional view, which is okay, let's just make the money right now and then we can enjoy more of the life later. So I do certainly think he has changed a lot of his opinions in the last like few years. Like his idea was to carry on doing that up until he was like essentially like a billionaire. And obviously he wasn't able to do that, so he is now taking more time off. He's going to London, he's enjoying himself and stuff. He's still working really hard. Every time I speak to him, he's still working like 12-hour days. But he's like every now and then he'll take a day off to go on a date with a girl, for example. So he's taking some time off. So what he said to me then on a call was that if he could go back in time and change the like the way to live, he wouldn't change how he had lived. He'd just kind of have the foresight to see what he's currently doing is the right thing, which was okay. So he went through like a 2 year period when he just focused on just grinding in gym. That was it. It was through COVID. There was nothing else to do, so he didn't really enjoy himself. But the enjoyment came from work and from the gym progress and stuff. And then when he was finally successful enough, he was able to improve his life and enjoy the fruits of his labor, but while still working hard. So it's almost like you get these systematic life improvements as they become available without sacrificing your life quality. So for example, the enjoyment that most young men could have, let's say 18 years old, 21 years old, the enjoyment that we could have right now is like literally chasing pussy, going out to nightclubs, taking drugs, playing video games, watching porn. It's like a lot of that's quite low tier stuff. And so I think most men would be way better off just sacrificing everything. 2 years, okay, let's work really, really hard, let's make some businesses, let's go to the gym, and still be social, still make some friends there and everything. And then you actually get to the point where you've made some money, you've developed some character, where now it's like, okay, now if you're going to go out for dinner with a girl, or if you're going to see your friends to do this thing, or maybe you guys are all going to go on holiday or something, now that's actually a really good experience of fun compared to what you could have done years ago, which was just like hang out with your loser friends on video games or something. So for you, it's like you've already got a wholesome thing which isn't unhealthy. It's healthy for your mind. Make sure you stay safe on the bikes. Obviously, they're very risky, but it's not something that's actually taking away from your life. The practical time that's being lost is actually kind of being invested in your mind, in your joy of life, which is so important. It's because what you've said is very true. Like the happiest people, the people we admire the most, they're not actually waiting for retirement to then live their life. They're kind of like living their life as they go about it every year. The best life, in my opinion, is the one where you're living your perfect week right now. And it sounds like you've pretty much got that. There's actually a lot of value to taking some time off to do something specifically like biking, a bit of exercise, walking in nature and stuff. I think a lot of guys, we've all heard this as well. It's the concept from the book Deep Work, which the idea is that we do our best work when we just fully focus on the work. We block out all distraction. Okay, let's focus. But we actually get the best ideas when we're not focused. So this is every great thinker has a story like this where they'll actually stop working for some time and they'll go for a walk, and that's when their best ideas, that's when they'll crack the idea. Thomas Edison was like famous for holding marbles over a metal tray, and he'd fall asleep just holding his hand there. So as he was like drifting into sleep, his hand would open up, he'd drop the marbles, he'd wake up, and he'd like trigger his subconscious just enough to try and get some ideas. The shower and everything. Like most people would actually can specifically remember that a lot of your good ideas and motivation and drive actually comes from the times when you're not in front of your laptop. So for you, maybe it's on the bike, and either you'll get the ideas from it, which is awesome, or it's actually just 1 hour where you just kind of clear your mind and it's like a meditative experience, which is also awesome.